What I thought I was going to say is very briefly what is actually what Norway is working for here in Copenhagen, and how it's linked to the work you're actually doing and your approach. What is the utmost importance for us here is to have a very ambitious political agreement. We have, as I said at the plenary yesterday, we regret that we won't have a legally binding agreement, but that being the situation, we have been supportive to the approach taken by the Danes on how to conduct this meeting. We are very clear on a political agreement, not some sort of a statement, but an agreement, and that we should seize the opportunities from this agreement to actually start doing the job now. I think that's very important. That's the good thing about having a political agreement, and not to have to await the process of having a legal binding agreement into force. We can actually start immediately. As you may know, Norway has unconditionally signed up to a reduction target for 2020, being 30% reductions compared to 1990 levels. And we have been willing to increase that target to 40% if it could be a part of an ambitious overall agreement where all major emitting countries participate adequately. So this is more or less what's most important for Norway. I should also mention that we are specifically focusing on the REDD+ issue, the issue of deforestation in developing countries, where my government has launched a huge program and put a lot of money into an early start for that work as well. And we have high hopes that we will actually be able here in Copenhagen to have a quick start on REDD+, so we can actually start the mechanism as soon as possible after this meeting. So what I would say is, this is what we're going to do here in Copenhagen. Then we have to start the work of implementing all these things we are going to do. And that's where the work for you, I think, actually starts. The work back home, the work on the local and municipal level, where we actually have to see, when we sign up for 30% reductions, this has to be implemented, and it has to be implemented by you in the sense. Sorry for saying you, but I mean what you are representing. And I think, sorry for having to use this, but this is not what I'm talking about on my daily work. But anyway, I think you know that Norway has also launched something which we call the Cure for Climate, where we are framing emission reductions of 15 to 17 million tons of CO2 by 2020 by concretizing our national means and measures. So this is a special program we have been launching. And we have also been launching a project called Cities for the Future, which is an example of how you can have cross-cutting issues between ministers and different sort of sectors and local governments to cooperate on how to ensure mitigation and adaptation actions. And it's the Ministry of Environment who actually is coordinating that sort of work. And I think we very much believe that the experience from this project could also be of great interest for all of you, and I'm sure you're going to, I would think at least that you're going to go, or have already gone more into detail on explaining how that is going to work for the future. So I think more or less this is what I was prepared to say, and if you have any questions I would be happy to answer them. And sorry again for being this hectic, but this is a hectic period, so that's how it is.